Welcome to Morning Chatter Podcast. Your host Chelsea Ann.
Courtney. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Look at here. We have a little friend.
Hello.
Rachel.
Yes,
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're excited to have you. I'm excited to get to know you a little more too.
I'm excited to be here.
Get ready.
You might not want to get to know me after this.
I like that though. No, that's fun.
Make it a little wild.
Exactly. Well, we know that Courtney was talking about mom life earlier in the other one and stuff. And so why don't we give us a little bit of background about like how many kids you have? Let's start there, right?
Okay, I have.
No.
Woo, I don't think so. I have 3 boys.
Oh.
So I have a 7-year-old, a 5.5 because the half is very important,
Yes, definitely.
and I have an almost 2-year-old.
Oh my.
Yes.
All boys.
All boys.
Very
So yes, Courtney has seen my madness in my house with boys, and they're very different from girls
100%.
and things like that. So, but I had a full-time job, worked in LA, and then
nice.
when we had my baby, I decided that driving to LA was not a good idea for me.
Yeah.
Because I was driving about 120 miles a day to work, and so I got to stay home, and so I'm a stay-at-home mom,
Right.
and I'm a part-time fitness instructor for
Cool.
Fit for Mom. So
Awesome.
yeah.
So Fit for Mom is stroller strides? That's what I was wondering
So
about.
Fit for Mom's like the umbrella company.
Okay.
So underneath it, they have a bunch of different programs. So they have stroller strides, which is for moms with your child that you get to bring your child in the stroller to work out.
Work out with the stroller.
Then
Nice.
they have a body back program, which is after you've kind of like your kids are kind of in school, but you still want to work out with your mom friends.
Cool.
So you come without kids. They have other things too, like Run Club, Stroller Bar. They also have on demand with all this pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
They created a new on-demand program
Oh,
too.
that's awesome.
So it kind
So you
of
do it at home?
so it kind of
Do you
tailors
have to use your stroller?
No, but I strap my kids. When I do it, I do strap my kid into the stroller, my baby, because if
Why
not,
not?
he is like running around.
You might go grab a butcher knife.
Yeah, exactly. You need something. Like you strap them in and strap them in tight.
I do, and then I just throw a bunch of snacks at him.
Yeah, no, totally.
It works
You
out
eat my
really-
snacks. I'm working out. That's
I don't
awesome,
care.
though.
Eat all the snacks that you want.
Yeah.
I need, it's like
No,
self-care. You
100%.
need that time for me, and for me, working out is that self-care time.
Yeah,
so I just
definitely.
need the 30 to 60-minute workout for me.
No, I totally get that. I'm obviously big on that too, but I didn't even know that stroller strides was like a thing. So how did you like get into that? Did
Well-
you just find it online?
Yeah, okay, so I when I was working, I was like trying to research because I didn't really have a lot of mom friends, or my friends were not having kids.
Okay,
I had
so
one
you were like one of
girlfriend-
the pioneers.
Well,
of
yeah,
your-
I
of
was
your
just like,
group.
one of my
There's
friends
always
was-
a pioneer. Totally.
We'll be the first.
Exactly. Shayna and I were like in our group.
Yeah,
I was
you're
like,
our
whoa, you guys are
trailblazers.
fucking 24 and having kids. You're crazy.
Yes, it was. And it was just like my one girlfriend was having a baby, but she was going back to work by the time I had mine. So I was like, well, I'm at home by myself, and I don't know what to do with myself and a baby. And, I don't know, like when you leave the hospital, you're like, you're going home with this?
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, you're not coming with me? Like,
Yeah.
like the nurse should come home with me?
Yeah.
I have no idea. So I was like, I needed to find a support group. And I was not big into fitness. I was more into the couch
Well, you're
potato.
a brand new mom, not to mention that. I don't think there should be any stress on a brand new mom to like even work out. It's like just survive those first 3 months.
It really
please.
is. And
It's
then,
like a zombie.
so I just went online and I was just like searching for mom groups, and this just happened to pop up.
That's
and
awesome.
I was like, there's one in my neighborhood, and the first day is like the scariest day because you're like walking up, you're like, oh, hi.
What are they gonna be like?
Like, are they gonna take me in? Am
totally.
I gonna survive this
Back in
class?
high school, there could be like
It's a
little
clique.
cliques and
Yeah,
stuff.
100%.
It really is the first day is the scariest, but then you get through it, and it was like everyone was so welcoming, and
That's so
it
cool.
was just a really good experience for me, at least. So when I went, everyone was like, say hello. They went around and asked your kids' names, and
I
like
that.
they made it fun for the kids too. Like they sing and they'll blow bubbles, but you're still getting workout in, and they do it for like all kinds of like ranges. Like you'll have people who are running, people who are walking, people who are like pregnant, people who have just had a baby. So it's really kind of
That's
good
cool.
for
I
everybody.
like those tiers because then it's like I was thinking that too. What do you do once you got them out of the stroller? It's
Yeah.
like, sorry, you're 5 and you're coming with me to a damn stroller strike.
Yes.
Get your ass in. You know what I mean? So I like that
Yeah.
they did that, and it's like there's different kinds of elements to the program, and
Yeah.
I honestly think that's such a good thing. Anyways, as a mom, And as a first-time mom, to find someone that's going through what the hell you're going through, because you feel a little lost.
Yeah, it
I remember
motivates you to get out of
feeling
the
a little
house
lost.
too.
Like,
it does motivate you to get out of the house.
But then you're talking to them too. You're not just working out. You're also talking about like, shit, did you have a bad night last night? Yeah, me too. Oh my God, you're normal. You know what I mean? Like, or you know what, I'm not feeling like this. Is this normal? Like, you have that support group, which is so
or those
big
like
for
questions
moms.
are like, is my boob supposed to be bleeding?
Yeah,
Like,
no,
breastfeeding,
totally.
like,
God, that was the worst.
you know, and then
I literally got
snoring.
It really is.
just had a sensation of flashback. I think I had a little bit of PTSD right there when you said
Are you
that.
having a letdown?
I was like, oh my God, that pain. You can't forget that pain.
No,
man.
no.
You're like, what is this?
Yeah, and
Oh, just wrap this little Myrma Derma, whatever the hell that cream was.
throw it on.
You're like,
It's literally like glorified Vaseline.
It was something, glorified Vaseline.
It is. It was amazing, but it was like, I'm like, it feels like Vaseline, looks like
Yeah,
Vaseline,
sure,
but it's better than
whatever. You
Vaseline.
can eat it, fine. Take it. I don't care. I love these things.
Yeah, and it's good now because now I've been in the program for, well, I mean, my son's 7, so 7.5 years I've been doing the stroller strides, and I've been teaching for almost 6 years now.
I love it.
But it's amazing now because now I'm older and I'm able to like give that advice that I got.
Yeah.
To have a community or village that's able to be like, I can give it back now to what I got out of it in the beginning.
I love that.
Yeah, so it's phenomenal. I really love the program.
No, I like that. Even when it kind of reminds me of there's a program called MOPS, I think, like through churches and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think they just need that connection. I was terrible at that. I was legit just like, I just want to sit here at home. I don't care. I'm not joining any groups. I don't need anything. But I wish I would have done that because I didn't have a lot of friends in my group that had kids. Like I said, I was like one of the first ones. So it was like you feel like a little lost. I mean, my sister, I would always just go to my sister.
Yeah.
I'm like, is this normal? She's like,
Yes.
no, you need to go to the doctor. Your boob is bright red.
You gotta get that taken care of, honey.
You jump in the hot shower right now and leak that shit out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I found the Moms Club of RSN
Yeah,
before
you
they
met a lot of
crumbled
friends
away.
through
Yeah,
that,
so yeah,
though.
good handful of friends that were still in touch and hang out.
Yeah, no, that's really good.
Yeah.
I think it's a great program.
I feel like
for moms.
Facebook too is a really good.
Yeah.
There's
Way to
all
find-
of
Did
like,
that exist when you had
No,
kids?
no,
it was
legit
before
did
that.
not.
Okay.
I remember getting our first Facebook when Jack was like a year old, so I was already past that point.
Yeah.
Anyways. And then when I had Luke, I was so wrapped up in Jack's stuff that it was like I wasn't thinking about mom groups. I was thinking about I hope this fucking kid talks eventually. You know what I mean? Which would have been a good
I
thing
hope he
to
just
be-
survives.
Exactly, to be in a mom group for that though, you know.
Yeah.
So big advocate on that. I love that.
I'm just also an advocate of like if you can get out of the house for 30 minutes, like just putting your kids in the car is a lot of work. I sweat
100%.
putting my kids in the car. I'm like,
especially when they're
oh
that
my God.
little. Like,
Yeah,
you got
I
a
don't
2-year-old
leave.
still.
Yeah, I don't leave.
but you get out.
Unless
You
we have-
get out and walk for a little bit when you
Sometimes.
can.
Or
So
the
I just
car.
feel like even if you can't get to a program like Stroll Strides or a mom's group, like just getting out of the house, even sitting in your backyard, go
No,
sit in your backyard
definitely.
because I feel like that resets your mind and your like everything with the kids. Like I will like close the door and I'll just be like, I'm outside and they're banging on the door and I'm like, I just need 10 minutes outside with the fresh air and some vitamin D.
And a
Yeah.
cocktail.
Yeah, usually.
Let's be real.
Just got a beer bong out there.
I'm like, I'll take that one bottle of wine
Yes,
for me and
exactly.
all of it for me. Thank
Exactly.
you. I can drink it in
love
10
it.
minutes. Don't worry. Okay? Did you
I'll
see
be
me in
fine.
college?
We're not going anywhere today. Don't worry. Turn the damn TV on. No, that's great though. But like Courtney was saying too, like how did you go from the 2 to 3? She keeps asking me. I'm like, dude,
I'm like,
you're
okay,
asking the wrong
because
person.
1 to 2 is gnarly, but I'm almost wondering, is 2 to 3 kind of like a lateral move because then the older two can entertain each other while you have the baby? Like, how much of a shit show is it?
Yeah, I feel like the third one's the easiest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I feel like the first one was so
poor
hard
Lynn.
because you don't know what you're doing with the first one. You're
Yeah.
like a hot mess express and you're not sleeping and you're
Survival.
not used to, not sleeping and having someone rely on you. And then the second one, like mine were really close together. My 2 oldest are 19 months apart. And I was like, well, I'm already knee deep in it, so whatever, here's more diapers. So you're just already like in the shit show. You're literally just like, I can't do anything. I've got 2 toddlers, like a baby and a toddler. Like, it doesn't matter. But then like, I did wait a little bit for the third.
How far apart from the third?
So from the third to the middle, they're about 4 years.
Oh, that is a good.
Yeah.
chunk.
So
Oh, okay.
I was so knee deep in the 2 that I was like, I'm not ready.
No, totally.
And then when we were ready, it was like, whoop, there it is. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, here it comes. So,
no, for sure.
but it was, I think, easier because you your kids are like a little bit older. So my oldest one was in like Little League. And so, but I was like, we had to go to practice during nap time, and you were just like, all right, just figure it out. And like
you're sleeping in the car.
Yeah, like you're sleeping in the car seat, and then or you're strapped to me, like in the ergo or the wraps and stuff like that. And I was like, you kind of figure it out, and the baby figures it out.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, it's loud. I gotta sleep when it's loud.
Yeah.
I just gotta hang with it.
Yeah.
I also think the olders help. Like I've told Courtney before, my 2 olders wake up at 6 a.m. on the dot. Like if I get it to 6:15, I'm like, woo-hoo!
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
they already have that.
and it doesn't matter.
Ready.
It doesn't matter if they go to bed at 10 o'clock at night. If they go to bed at 7 o'clock at night,
Like,
they get up.
We're running on 4 hours of sleep.
They will get up at the same time.
Same here.
Yeah.
Brutal.
I'm like, I've tried everything to get them to sleep later, and they don't. So what's been good is my 2 olders, they get up, and then when they hear the baby, they'll go get the baby out of the crib. No
They
joke.
just babysit till
They
Rachel
really
stumbles out of
should.
bed at 10
They
a.m.
do, and they get them out, and then we have like a snack drawer in the fridge that has string cheese, yogurts, apple sauces. So then they just pick out one, and each kid gets one.
Shit, I need a third kid to teach my kid responsibility.
Yes.
Mine's like, where's my breakfast?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's coming.
Yeah. And then we taught them how
That's
to.
awesome.
We put they learn how to turn on the TV, and so they put on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And they'll watch TV for about another 30 minutes before I have to get up.
Oh, that's
And then
awesome.
they'll come in and be like, "Where's my breakfast? I'm starving." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll take the 30 minutes. Thank you for that."
Though, right?
But it's great. And then like they're so good with him. They like
That's so
love
awesome.
the baby, and they love taking care of him. They feel like they're doing something productive in the family, and so I think that's really helpful because the age difference. I mean, I have a 7 and almost 2-year-old. So I think
it's a big jump for sure.
Well, okay, so what about, I'm just thinking if they're younger, like if we have a third, like I'm having a third, Jeff might not be having a third.
She's gonna get a donor.
But
we'll find someone.
I'm hoping that, just because the newborn stage, like that sucks, and it's hard with a crazy toddler running around. I'm hoping when that crazy toddler has another friend that maybe it won't be as difficult trying to
You'll find
wrangle
things
them.
when they like every year. I feel like they like learn something new, or they like the first year they learn so much, right?
Totally.
So it's like the first year that like my kid learned how to like get dressed by himself, where I was like, okay, like I think his outfit is terrible looking.
Go for it.
But you know what?
It's done.
You got dressed, okay?
Exactly.
It's one thing off your list that you no longer have to do. You can get water by yourself. Okay, that's another thing off the list. Like you have to look at the little things that they're doing that you no longer have to do. So even though yours will be slightly closer together, like Archer's still going to be another year plus older when you have the next one. So you'll see
different bracket.
You'll see it when he's a little bit older, like the little things that he's going to start doing that you no longer have to do.
Yeah.
Or
When
like,
can they
And
wipe
then
their own ass?
and then ready for that.
I'm ready for that one.
You gotta get
That's
the
the worst
disposable
thing, by the
wipes.
way. Yeah,
They were
That
a
too.
life changer.
I did get those.
Because it would be like putting so much toilet paper down there
Oh
that I
God,
was
yeah. He's clogged our toilet so many times.
yeah, so I get the Costco disposable wipes.
You're like, whoa, buddy. And then you got into the pandemic. You're like, do not waste that toilet paper. Kick your ass. Four little squares. No.
In the pandemic, I was the only girl in the house.
Oh yeah, that is a bonus too. I'm the only girl too. And you're like, please don't waste that. I need
Yeah,
that.
get the disposable flush wipes, and those saved my life from wiping your butt.
Saved your butt.
Yeah,
Saved your butt.
saved my butt, saved my pocket money. But
No, I think you're right though, because he's not going to be this age when you have another kid. He's
Yeah.
going to be a little older no matter
But
what.
then
And so
Hazel
will
would
she.
probably be
His age.
around his age, give
Yeah.
or take.
But she's a
I
girl.
can't do math right now, but yeah.
So-
Hopefully
See,
she'll
but
be
she's-
more calm.
But she's not going to be breastfeeding ananymore.
No.
She's not going to be on you as much. She's going to
She
be
might be
moving
out of
and
diapers.
playing.
Hopefully
He might be
playing
in
with
like a
Archer.
school thing too.
Oh yeah, school.
I feel like
I
school
always
was
forget
a
that we
big
can ship him off to school
Yeah.
soon.
Well, kind
Can't
of
wait.
now,
Well, yeah.
right? It's like that was I don't know how you navigated stay at home, but like because you have a 7 and a 5-year-old. You said?
Yeah.
So both of them are in the same school then?
Yeah, so obviously for 1 year they were in the same preschool together.
Oh, that's
And then it was different schools for a year, and now they're in the same elementary school together, which is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm like, get out of the car.
Exactly.
See you later.
But when you did the virtual thing, was that rough with like the little guys? Because
No, so my 7-year-old was really good at it. My kindergartner was not
Yeah.
I mean, he's a kindergartner. He doesn't have the attention span to be on Zoom for 6+ hours a
Who
day.
does?
It's
It's
too
insane.
long.
Yeah, so I would always be like, but I separated them.
Yeah, we
So
have
one
to do
was
that
in a
too.
desk in my room, and one was in a desk in their room, and then the baby just walked around. I was kind of like, I'll find you in a minute, okay?
Exactly,
Like I gotta get
exactly.
one on Zoom call, one on a Zoom call. I gotta get a whiteboard. I gotta get
And the
a
freaking
social studies book
Wi-Fi
over
goes
here.
out, and you're like,
Walker's
"Whoa."
gonna be so independent. Like,
Yeah.
he's just
That'll
yeah.
help though. That does
Oh my
help.
I feel like that's how it works with.
Speaking of children breaking down my door.
There's someone at the door.
I feel like that's what I think with the third one is like they just know how to go with the flow because that's the only option. And I feel if you have that way of thinking, it helps.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you're more stressed out, it's going to be more stressful. But if you're kind of like the baby will survive in the bouncer while I go to the kitchen to get my toddler a snack.
Also, that's like where your different personalities come
Right.
from. I come from a family of 6, so it's like all of us have totally different personalities, and we also have totally different perceptions of how their childhood was because there's such a wide range too.
Yeah.
But it's like that's what makes it. That's why.
Yeah.
That's what makes us,
Yeah.
individuals. It's like I'm the middle child. You're
And
the
why
baby.
Sam is just so
You're-
chill.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, she got left in the bouncer.
Exactly, 100% though. It's a real thing though, So it's like instead of trying to make them all exactly the same, it's like, hey man, you're in the middle.
Gotta
You
roll with it.
you gotta
Yes.
roll with it. The little one always is going to be a little bit more
Relax.
relaxed. Like it's like same with all my little
Yeah.
friends that I see that have little babies that have older kids. It's like,
Yeah.
Save
hey
yourself.
man, she made it through today.
Yeah, and you gotta,
It's
you
like-
also gotta do like what's best for you. Like
Exactly.
for me, the toddler screams louder than the baby, so I'm always gonna take care of the toddler first. They don't understand why you're going to a baby, any of that. So I'm gonna take care of the screaming toddler because his decibel is much higher. The baby doesn't bother me, but like obviously if you're like sometimes you're breastfeeding, the baby's crying, you're like my boobs hurt,
Yeah.
and you want to take care of the baby first. So you do what's best for your family and your situation
Totally.
too.
I agree
But
with that.
I feel like you have to remember they're gonna get older and they're gonna get better, and there's gonna be some other things you gotta take care of.
Yeah.
But
Every stage. Is,
every stage
Yeah,
is
every
a
age
show.
obviously has its own challenges, but it's got to be a little bit easier when they're a little bit older than the crazy
Yeah.
like
yeah.
because then they can
terrible
talk back.
twos.
Yes. And you'll see school will be amazing.
I
too.
loved when we could send them to school. That was like a game changer for your mental.
We're doing preschool.
Yeah.
Oh,
At first, I was like,
I loved
"Oh,
preschool.
I want my
Honestly,
baby home with me,"
no,
and then
I'm totally
Done.
opposite with that. I was like, Psh, bye.
Well, that's
I'm
how
the,
I feel now.
I'm the terrible mom that was like, did you cry when you dropped your kid off for kindergarten? I was like, oh, were we supposed to? Like I was like,
Oh,
bye.
I'll be the crier.
My kid was crying.
Cordy
He
will
was
be the crier.
freaking out.
Tearing up now,
I was
thinking
not
about it.
crying.
I was
like, see you later.
I was like, I'm really sad you're leaving. But not really. So
Yeah.
if I'm crying because I'm sad or
I'm
happy.
going to Target.
Happy
See you later.
tears.
I'm gonna freaking work out by myself without a kid freaking out in the background. Like that was a game changer. And
That's
then you
gonna be
just
nice,
get used to it
'Cause
too.
it's good
Yeah,
for
it
both
might
of
be
you.
emotional in the beginning, being separated from them. But it's
It's
gonna be
great
good
for
for
the social.
him. It's gonna be good for.
If we weren't in cold and flu season and a pandemic, I
Yeah.
would send them right now. But we're gonna
Yeah.
wait till like the
Oh,
spring.
I would wait. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm really excited about it.
No, and it also
He needs to be
too,
away from me.
but
you know?
also it gives you one-on-one time with your other
Gives you
baby.
Yeah.
bonding with
Yeah.
with
little one.
little one. So it's like then it's like, oh, because you've always had just that one-on-one time with your older one, and that other kid will never experience that
Yeah.
Yeah.
because there's always a sibling. So if you get that even an hour just by
Right,
yourself,
yeah.
it gives you time to bond with them too. So I think it's good to separate them
Yeah.
when
ready.
you can, because then you can also get to know the other one too.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And see like
Agreed.
because they're all so different. So it's like
I'm on like a
hey,
bigger
how are
program. I'm like
you?
dating your sons.
Yeah, no, totally taking them out,
Taking
like
them
by
out
himself,
one-on-one.
like
Yeah.
getting into their head too, and
Mhm.
be like, hey, you can talk to me about certain things, because then it'll open it up for when they're
Yeah.
older and going through real stuff. Like,
We do try and do that now, like have one-on-one time. Like
Yeah,
Jeff
like
take
Jeff
her to
will
the
take
park,
one
and I'll
you
be with
take the
her.
other.
And we'll
That's so
swap, or like one time my mom had the baby, and me and Jeff took ours or
Oh,
somewhere.
that's
So I try
good.
to be like aware of that.
that's cute too.
And it'll get better when they're older, because
Yeah.
like my kids like to do two different things. Like
yeah.
so, like my older one wants to like go to a movie or like do something, where my middle one, his like love language is gifts, so he wants to go to Target. and he wants to buy something.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, the same amount of money I want to spend taking my other one to a
Totally.
movie, I'm like, I'll take and spend it at Target. And then like I got to watch him like blossom.
Yeah.
Like
Get
my middle one's
excited.
I feel my harder one because he's more emotional.
Mhm.
And I don't do well with that. I'm like, suck it up, buttercup. But so it's cool to like see him like light up when I get to take him separately.
I love that.
Yeah, and then my husband took the two olders camping this weekend, so I had just the baby.
Just the
Yeah,
one.
so nice.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I took him to
that's
like
cool.
downtown Disney, and we just walked around.
Oh, how did you do that recently? How
We
was
just
it? Was
went.
it? I heard it's kind of crazy. Is it crazy or no?
I like literally was like, this feels like the normal Disney experience
good.
because
I
you're
miss
standing
that.
in a line.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was I felt safe, so I felt good going, and then it was they open at 10, so then they started letting people in at 15-minute increments.
Oh, like
so
checking them and stuff. I heard
yeah,
they check
the check-in was so fast, but
Oh, really?
yeah, when I got there, I stood in line for about 15 minutes, and then they let I think like 1,000 people in or
Oh,
something.
cool.
And it was very quick to like get in. Temper checks was easy. Getting
they
to
do all
security was
that?
really
Wow.
easy. Yeah, you have to wear a mask the whole time. And then it was cool because if you wanted to go into a store, you just did the QR code on your phone, and then it put you in a queue.
Wait list.
Huh.
Yeah,
Kinda?
and so
Okay.
that way you're not standing in this long line.
Yeah, you can
So
walk
it's like
around.
fast pass, but
It's
for
like getting a
Yeah.
fast pass, and then they opened up
California Adventure.
Buena
right?
Vista Street in
Yes,
California Adventure.
That's where I want to go.
Oh, they did?
So
Yeah.
you can go dining and stuff.
You can go
Oh.
I was
dining
talking to my
there.
friend about it, and she's like, "But her dad's diehard Disney
Yeah.
guy," and he said he went the first day and it was crazy. But she's like, "Go during the week; it'll be fine."
Yeah,
I just
I
want to
mean, I
smell
went-
it. That
I-
sounds so weird, right?
No.
I mean, when
But
you're
it
a
really-
Disney
it
fan,
feels,
are you a
though,
Disney
I-
fan?
I-
You know,
like,
Annual
right?
pass
You know that
holder.
smell, like where you're like, I
Yes.
just walked in Disney, it smelled like churros.
Yes.
And
the
Splash
Pirates of the
Mountain water.
Caribbean.
Splash
Yes,
Mountain water,
yes.
Splash Mountain water. But it was nice. It felt like you got
So
to go
weird.
into the theme park, and you would
Yeah.
take pictures, like on Hollywood Street and all that.
I miss that.
And
Yeah.
all that's free because it's
It's
not
all free. You don't
park
have to pay to
stuff,
go into the park. You just $10 parking.
Oh, they even lowered the parking for it.
Yeah. So and then there was a couple stores that you could wait in line. Lego store was one of the ones you could just wait in line. There wasn't a
Okay.
queue. The World of Disney.
Okay.
But I just went did all my QR codes
Why
first.
not? Yeah.
And then I went back because everyone just got in line at Lego store because it's right at the front, or World of
First
Disney, and so I went
I'm gonna
straight
have
to
to go
one.
check that out.
It was
so
so
I think our share
fun.
would
I
love that.
bet it's all decked out for Disney.
It's all decked out for
on
Christmas,
night.
and
Oh,
I'm
it's
gonna
yeah,
so
then
do it.
fun.
we ate lunch together there,
Yeah.
and then I was like, cool, I've been here for 3 hours. It's time to go,
What a
and
great thing.
it was
do
fun.
that.
But it's all just shopping and food. So if you
Yeah,
don't,
yeah,
if you're
yeah,
not,
yeah,
if you don't want
yeah.
any shopping or food, then
But
But you
seriously,
still get
shopping
the
is
Disney
the
vibe.
big
you get the Disney vibes. I mean,
Without
there's
paying
definitely
to go in.
lines, so I'm like, this feels like Disney.
Yes, exactly.
And
You're all, if I should go in the summer when it's blazing hot.
yes. But it
Oh.
definitely wasn't crowded where I felt uncomfortable or
Yeah.
unsafe. So they did a really good job. I
I
feel
wanna
like.
do that. That
Go.
sounds like a lot of
Yeah.
fun. I just
Except for
miss
the
that.
thought of putting my kids in the car and going there sounds atrocious.
Girl, maybe I'll
but-
go in 2 years.
Yeah, right.
When they reopen Disney. No big deal, unless they move it.
Yes. Well,
Oh,
you know
God.
what? They do serve alcohol at the restaurants there.
Yeah,
so-
there you go. You're fine. You'll be fine, Clark. You'll be fine.
It's all worth it.
Yeah. So I feel like I
No,
get
that's
dates
good.
with my kids, and that was one of them with my. I mean, like he's
I
not
like
gonna remember that, but I'm going to, and
Yeah, but
We
you
had
will.
fun.
yeah. And
No,
then
totally. That makes a big
Nice.
difference, though. And do you think you're gonna have 4 then?
no,
Even it out?
no.
I always heard that. Like once you have 3, you might as well have 4. Have a little
We
buddy.
Fill up that
Hey, if you're
minivan.
going on those
totally-
rides, 2, 2, 2.
Right? It makes a lot more sense. We always said we only wanted 2, and then I had my second. I was like, I'll have one more, and we had one more, and then we like to travel, and if you travel with 4, you always have to do the 3rd row in the car.
Yeah.
And I always was like, well, if I have to do the 3rd row in the car, I'd rather have them bring a friend. So, or if we just want to travel as a family of 5, I can still squeeze them into a car if I
And
need
shove
to.
all your stuff in there.
Yeah, I mean, I probably won't. I'll probably still get the 3rd row, but I
Yeah.
just, in my head mentally, I'm like, if I have to go somewhere, I'm going to always have to get the SUV.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, I
I
can't.
have the 3rd row in mine, just
Yeah.
for my nephews, too. Because it's like, sure, get in the back.
Yeah,
They're shoved back there. I have a small 3rd row.
yeah. Well,
Hey, bud! Yeah! Great! Hopefully no one rear ends me. Nobody
right?
gets
That's
up.
what I'm always
Sorry,
worried about.
it's the worst. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
But if I had done the
just
4th,
3.
if I had done the 4th, I probably would have done them back to back like I did with my 2 older
Yeah.
ones because I'm
Okay.
like, you're already in it.
Yeah.
But-
Because that's what I've heard. Like, it's like, well, might as well have
Yeah.
another set. Like,
Yeah.
why not? Should we, you'd stop at 2? I mean, 3? Or
Yeah,
go to
yeah,
4?
I want 3. 3's good.
Wait until she has the 3rd, then ask her.
Yeah.
You know what? If I wasn't so old,
You're not
like,
that old.
well, I mean, yeah, I'll
I
be
guess-
37 by the time if I get pregnant next time. So
You'll be fine. People
I don't
have babies
feel-
all the way up into their 40s and
I
mid
don't feel
40s.
old.
I know, but it's scary just of our past.
I
Like,
know.
something
Yeah.
going wrong. So
Take
that's
3 and go.
that's Jeff's hesitation is having something go wrong.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the number of 3 doesn't freak him out. It's just what might happen.
Yeah.
So,
That's kind of honestly why we stopped at 2, because I had so many issues with Jack. I mean, both of my boys had seizures. Like, it was like terrifying. It was,
Oh my
it
gosh,
was
yeah.
high stress. We were in the emergency room more than I ever. Oh my gosh, it was like, great, we're in the emergency room again. This is so fun. So I was like, mentally, I'm done it too. Like, I would have loved more kids, honestly, but it's like, I can't put that on me again. I
Yeah.
wasn't mentally ready for a third.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, it was like, dude, this is
lot,
gnarly.
yeah.
This is a lot. You know what I mean? So I kind of took it like, I'm gonna take my 2 blessings, I'm gonna go. And
Yeah.
that way, like, I was younger anyway, so it's like now they're older, and now you can travel, you can drop them off, you feel fine. It's like
Yes.
not like if I did want to get a full-time job, like I would feel fine dropping them off at like a Boys and Girls Club kind of
Yes.
thing. You know what I mean? Not like, okay, I always felt weird, like, because my family was the only one that watched my kids, so it was like, I don't know, I'm never gonna. I don't want to do that. So I stopped. But it's a personal
It's personal
thing.
to everybody, however
Yeah.
many you want to have.
'Cause you can do it.
Yeah,
you can do
totally
it. Like, it's just 3. It's not 12. You know.
Yes.
But mentally and
yeah, I'm not worried about
and
the
your husband
toughness
and,
part of
yeah,
it.
you
Because
can do it.
I have my mom out there to watch out now.
Jeff works from home.
that
Kinda.
part, handling them isn't the concern.
Yeah.
It's getting the healthy
Getting
one.
there. Getting
Yes.
there.
Getting
Yeah.
the healthy one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
No.
we'll see.
Totally. And that would be fun. Make cute kids.
Oh, I can't wait for you to have a third one.
Yeah.
And you know,
Then you can be in the
Right,
third
you can
camp.
be with me.
and it's like,
Third
it's
camp.
like it can even be a surprise because we already have one of each. There's no like
Yeah,
pressure, like
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
I hope it's a whatever, you know, like it's a bonus one.
Bonus.
Yes. You're like, woo!
We'll just name you
Whatever it
Bonus.
is.
Yeah, right.
Weird nicknames for that one, but okay.
Sorry, Bonus.
I think you'll be fine. You'll find, I feel, once you get pregnant, you will find, or I mean, even whenever you decide to get pregnant or whatever, you'll start seeing even now, like they'll start to change and get better.
Yeah.
And
I already miss being pregnant. I miss my
I
bum.
did love being
I
pregnant.
did not.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved the movement in there. I loved everything about it. I loved that idea that we're like
Yeah.
legit building a human, which fucking freaked me out. But it's like, what?
It's so magical.
What an empowering thing. You know what I mean? Like,
But it sucks. A lot of parts suck.
a lot of parts
They're hard.
suck, but I'll never forget
The
that.
heartburn.
The movement in the
The
body.
movement was cool. You'll never,
Yeah.
and the funny part is you can never explain that to your husband or your
No.
partner or whatever, like, unless, like, you're like, I miss that feeling.
Yes,
Yeah.
that feeling I do miss. I
Yeah.
don't miss pushing it out. I don't miss what it did to my body. I don't miss any of that.
Yeah.
But the actual like, I built this. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That is a really cool feeling.
It really is.
Even if you're sick.
I think goodness I did not get sick.
Oh, really?
I've had some friends that got
Oh,
really
yeah.
like
I've had some.
hospitalized.
Yeah, I've had some who've had IVs.
Really bad. You're
Yeah.
like, oh.
Mm.
So then you kind of be quiet. You're like, yeah, mine was great.
Let's go back to the kids are being really
Yeah.
awesome.
Exactly. I'm like, sorry about that. I didn't do that.
They're worth it.
Exactly.
They're definitely worth it.
Yeah, it's just a
100%.
small little period of your whole life that you have to struggle to get through, and then
And you know what?
Yeah,
You'll
you
forget
never
it.
know.
I mean,
You
like
really
I was explaining to Courtney earlier. I was like, I forgot what it's like to not sleep.
Definitely.
Like
You
she
do, though.
was
You
telling me
don't
that she was up
remember.
all night, and I was like, the other week my older comes in and he wants something, and I in the middle of the night, and I'm like tapping my husband like, your turn.
Yeah.
Your turn. He's like, what? And I'm like, I can't function without 8 hours of sleep now.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You
I
totally
can't. I'm
adapt.
like, you woke me up at 3 a.m. for water that you know how to get.
Yeah.
Like, what? I'm
No,
not getting out of
totally.
bed, you know? And like, then I'm like grumpy all day, and he's like, why? I'm like, well, I was up at 3
Yeah, yeah.
getting water. And he's like, and
I
then
got
what you do? Go back to
7
bed?
hours and 30 minutes of
Yes.
sleep. You bastard.
So
it's like
it's-
you're running, Courtney's running on like 2 right now.
I know, she's
and
ready
she's
to
off.
none.
Just dazed and confused.
You just do
over
that
there.
though, but that's
You
what you
do.
do, and your body just adapts, and you're like, you get through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
So trust me, you'll have different problems later
Totally.
on when they're
Totally.
older. But
Oh, yeah,
I think
for sure.
3 to 2 was really.
So what did you do before you had kids, work-wise, up in LA? You were saying.
I worked for Warner Brother Records, which is now
Awesome.
Warner Records.
Do you think you would go back to that eventually? You think? Or,
I
or do you just love what you're doing down here?
we created social. We're like when I started working there was no social media, so
Okay.
we were the team that created the social media
Wow.
part of the music industry. I mean, like when Twitter first came out, we were testing them, and like Instagram, there was like 6 other projects before Instagram came along. So it was really fun. I'm just a little out of the game on that aspect. I wouldn't mind going back into the industry,
cool.
but as of right now, I'm just focused on the fitness and the kids. I like being home.
That's awesome.
I have that fit for mom job, so I mean I don't make a lot of money there,
but it's a little something.
For
It's got a little side creative thing. I always
it
tell
still
her
feels
that
like I'm doing something.
You need something, you know.
Yeah, something that's for me, and even though it doesn't involve my kids, I still feel like I'm doing something for me.
Totally.
So,
I get like that.
Yeah, so I don't know if I would go back up because everything is in LA.
Yeah.
So it's just a long drive.
And you're happy down here.
And I'm happy. I'm happy 60 miles away from LA.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, I don't like LA. Like my brother lives in Manhattan Beach, and I'm like.
Yes, my husband and I both worked in LA. We both commuted from down here in Orange County.
That is gnarly.
Yeah, so we
like you said, 100 and how many?
120 miles a day. Yeah, my little Honda Civic. That thing had like 170 plus miles on it. I mean, that thing.
I have one right now. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But now my husband works down here, so
okay,
like
so
I mean,
he's
he
not
is a
traveling
10-minute drive to work.
Right.
You know, and I mean, I'm a 10-minute drive to my my tiny little job. So
that's cool.
yeah,
it's your thing though. You
yes.
know what I mean? I do think that everyone needs like their little thing. Whether it's an hour a week or something, it's like you have something as a mom.
Hobby, job, whatever it is.
Something creative, the gym, something where it's like just you. Like you said, if you want to go take a bath for an hour, who cares?
Yes,
but as a mom, like who, especially if you work from home or you are solely at home, you need that time to reboot.
Especially in this time when we're all like stuck at home too. Like you need to like be like we're all in each other's space and there's only so much like room you can have.
Totally.
And just being able to like sometimes when my husband comes home from work, I'm like, I'm gonna take a glass of wine, I'm gonna shut the door, and I'm gonna go read a book for 30 minutes or watch a housewife show.
But give me that.
Because that's what I need.
Exactly.
You
know?
It's definitely important.
Communication on that.
Even my therapist suggests having a time that's like a set schedule, so you at least like have that to look forward to. Even if you leave the house or stay or whatever you do, you have that time that's allotted for you to do what you will or not do anything at all.
Not
just
do
something
anything
to
at all.
Look forward to,
just
to your self-care.
Don't be doing the laundry and the dishes.
I should get enjoyment. Sometimes I do. I'm like, dude, I've had my husband like take the boys to the pool so I could legit clean the house because I get a little like if it's not. I'm not super organized, but like if it's extremely cluttered in my kitchen especially because I'm cooking every fucking meal at home. So you're like, just get them out of the house. I can just clean this so I feel mentally clear. You know,
so like that the clutter. Like if you see clutter, it like clutters your mind. And
it
all
does
that,
for me, 100%. So sometimes I do feel like I'm like, just get them out of here.
Just give me some time alone to do
it
by myself.
Bang this out real fast. Like when you're here, it's worse because then, especially with the boys, they're like, "No, I love that toy. Don't throw it away."
But they keep thinking when they're not here, they don't know it's gone.
Like you haven't played this freaking pop game in like 100 years. It's in the trash. It's missing an arm. I'm like, so then I just toss it all. I'm like, I don't know where it went.
You're like, oh, that's weird. You must have lost it.
But now they know. They're like, did you donate this, that, and the other thing? And I'm like, no, I wouldn't donate that. Are you sure? And I'm like, I don't think so.
The lies we tell.
Maybe I did. It's kind of a tornado because I only had 30 minutes, you know. But yeah, work-life mom balance, I guess.
What?
All right, we're starting to lose her.
Yeah, I know.
We're starting to lose her.
I'm see stars right now. It's like dinner time right now.
It is, that's long. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for
I
having
really
me.
enjoyed it. I enjoyed finding out about the stroller strikes thing. Legit wish I
Chelsea
would
might
have
be
known
enjoying
about
it.
I know. Come on
Oh,
down.
baby, don't fucking put my dog in there.
You can push mine.
Exactly. I'm all bang. I love it. It was so fun. I love that though. Like I think that's a really good program for moms and stuff. So it's cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Cool. Anything else?
I don't know. You want to talk about anything else?
No.
Yeah.
I'm ready for some
I was
champagne.
gonna say.
She's twitching.
I know, she's twitching. Chelsea, I'm like normally we would like have champagne, but she's on this program.
I'm
She's
not
not drinking. I, got
Barely
milk coming out of my
Yeah.
bones, so I can't drink. Womp womp.
I'll meet up in 5 days when I can drink.
Oh,
Perfect,
only
there
5
we go.
more?
5 more.
Okay, we'll talk about that in the
Yeah,
next episode
we'll do
too.
that another
She's
one,
75
too.
hard.
It's crazy.
Program.
75 days without alcohol is a long time.
Especially for
Oh,
this.
Lord.
You know?
She just blacked
Oh
out.
my god, I'm sorry.
Woo!
Okay.
It's gonna
Oh
hurt.
no, I'm sorry. Pass out sweaty.
I'm sweating. I thought you said 75 seconds.
Yeah, Rachel doesn't know what that means.
Woo!
I only did that when I was pregnant.
Exactly.
No.
There were some days.
Hey, words good for you. Oh, that was fun.
All right, yeah.
All right, well, check us out
My face
on
hurts from smiling.
YouTube
Laughing.
and Instagram, and where can they find you?
You can find me at Rockstar Diet on Instagram.
Nice.
Yes.
Check it out, and tips and tricks on fitness and strollers.
There's a lot
Drinking.
of food too.
Drinking food. It's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Cocktails
Have
and
fun.
food.
I like
Yeah.
that though. Balance. All right.
All right, that's it. Goodbye.